and this is the first time I'm going into a Thai national park as a Thai citizen. What's up? So today we are going to Khao Yai National Park. It's about 2 hours away from Bangkok. We're going to go check it out. I'm going to show you what it has to offer, the nature, the wildlife, and along the way we'll learn a little bit about Thai culture and the Thai language. Khao Yai National Park is about 135 kilometers from my house, so that takes about 2 hours to get there depending on traffic. The park actually spans over a few different provinces, and we're going to enter on the south gate of the park in Prachinburi province at this checkpoint just here. Then we're going to travel north and exit at the north side of the park at Pak Chong, which is actually in Korat or Nakhon Ratchasima province. So today is a national holiday. It's a long weekend, so a little bit worried there are going to be quite a lot of people there, but there's nothing we can do about that. Today is Wan Khao Phan Sa, which is often translated as the beginning of Buddhist Lent. However, it actually has nothing to do with Lent. The history is quite interesting. A long time ago, the monks would travel all around the country all year round collecting alms and teaching the Buddhist teachings. However, a long time ago, the infrastructure wasn't what it is now, and it was very dangerous because during the peak of the rainy season, they could get caught up in the floods, or they'd be going across the farmlands and treading on the freshly planted crops from the farmers. So a decision was made where during the peak of the rainy season, which is a period of about 90 days, the monks were not allowed to travel anywhere that would require them to stay in the night. So they could go somewhere and come back. It had to be within 1 day, unless it was for medical purposes. So a lot of people may have heard about not drinking alcohol. Well, the 5 Buddhist precepts, one of them is to refrain from drinking or consuming intoxicants anyway. So you might wonder why people would stop drinking alcohol when they are not necessarily supposed to be drinking anyway. What it was is back in 2003, which I think is 2546 in the Buddhist calendar year, if I'm correct. I'm trying to do this off of memory right now. The government had a sort of like a project that they wanted to sort of help reduce drinking in Thailand. So they were, inviting everyone to refrain from drinking alcohol during the Pansa, the Khao Phan Sa. And that's where that actually comes from. So that history is actually a government policy or government program that they were running, not the Buddhist part of it itself. So there you go. Anyway, we're just about to approach the gate. We're going in from the south gate of the park, and this is the first time I'm going into a Thai national park as a Thai citizen. So I'm going to get the Thai price. It's just going to be quite interesting to see what they do when I show them my ID card. It'll be quite interesting. Let's check it out. Okay, so we're at the gate here. Gonna see if I have any issues getting in as a Thai. It's so funny whenever this issue comes up, it's really weird. People get so heated up about it. Like, people become very anti-Thailand, Thai people, or they become very, very anti-foreigners, Westerners, white people. And I'm here like, look, I pay taxes over here. I've got a citizenship. That's what I'm going to pay. Do I agree with it being done like this? Is a whole different issue. I'm just quite interested to see what's going to happen. สวัสดีครับคนไทย2คนรถ1คันครับคนไทยอ่ะครับมีบัตรประชาชนไหมครับ110 บาทครับ110 บาทครับขอบคุณครับครับ See, that's how it should be, right? You Thai? Yeah. You got an ID card? Yeah. Boom. So it costs 20 baht to get a motorcycle into the park, which might be a great option for people to get transport in the park. It's 30 baht if you bring in a regular car. If you are Thai, it's 40 baht per adult. And if you're a foreigner, it's 400 baht per adult. So we have arrived. We came to meet my friend Rob. Well, obviously I've got my wife with me, but we came to meet my friend Rob and his girlfriend and then his friend. But he didn't fill up with fuel before he came in, which is it's a bit special, isn't it? Anyway, so they're going to go fill up some fuel. I'm going to go to the restroom, and then we're going to go looking for animals, wildlife, see if we can find any. The main thing really is elephants. Because obviously I'd love to see tigers, but that's not going to happen. So it's elephants is on the agenda for today. So this is quite interesting. If you give the monkeys food, you get a 5,000 baht fine. As soon as we came into the park, we saw the northern pig-tailed macaques. I love these monkeys. They're so intelligent and curious and playful. It's so relaxing just to sit down and watch them. Unfortunately, they are classified as vulnerable on the IUCN Red List, and I wanted to find out what vulnerable meant. Now, I'm not going to bore you with all the numbers. There's a lot that goes into it, but effectively, there's got to be a significant decline in the population over the last 10 years or 3 generations, whichever is longer. And also, a species is classified as vulnerable if a quantitative analysis shows a probability of extinction in the wild of at least 10% within the next 100 years. Next up, we're going down to the waterfall. Got a great name, Nam Tok Hell Narok. So Nam Tok means waterfall, Hell means the abyss, Narok means hell. So it's Hell's Abyss Waterfall. Let's check it out. So the walk to this waterfall and back is supposed to be an hour. I think it might take us a little bit longer because we're stopping and checking out the wildlife. But it's nice to be out in nature. And it's a very well constructed pathway, so it's a pleasant walk. Definitely doesn't look very steep in the camera. Okay, we're approaching the bottom of it. A lot of people stop because they're scared of heights. These staircases are steep. Some people stop because they're tired. We are neither. I think the journey down is a bit more scary for people who have a fear of heights, but the journey back up is definitely more physically demanding. Make sure you always have water to hand. Got to keep your eyes open, otherwise you might accidentally walk into some of the nature. This is a golden orb weaver. Really beautiful. Oh yes, first up. As we came back out, we bumped into the macaques, a mother and her baby, and then we topped up on some snacks and got ready to move on. So next up, we've heard there are some elephants making a crossing just ahead of us. There are about 200 elephants at Khao Yai National Park, and they roam freely. Let's see if we can go and find some of them. We can hear the elephants. Don't want to be too close. This guy's got balls of steel. You can see the elephants are causing movement in the shrubs there, but they're going across the other side over there. So it looks like we're going to miss them. I couldn't make a video without showing the elephants, so here's some footage I took on a previous trip while cycling. We weren't as close as it looks. This video has been cropped quite heavily. So next we head up to Khao Kiao, which is one of the highest points of the park with a great view and plenty of snacks and refreshments because, you know, it's Thailand. You got to eat and enjoy the view. Waiting, that's a massive one. Time was getting on, so we decided to start making our way towards the exit at the north gate. On the way there, we stopped off at some beautiful viewpoints, and there was a really nice open field, sort of open area where people were taking photos, sitting down, enjoying themselves, going for walks and enjoying nature. This weirdo was not taking selfies. I mean, who does that? All he's doing is taking photos of nature and the beautiful things around him. That's weird. Bearing in mind it was a national holiday, the traffic wasn't too bad and it didn't take us long getting out of the park and to Chao Ban restaurant in Pak Chong, which is selling Isan or northeastern food, a very spicy traditional Thai food. It was really, really good. Sat down there with some friends before we decided to make our way home. On the way home, what I thought was a regular stop, I drove through, no one pulled me over. Rob and Trace in their car spotted that this was a king cobra rescue. They jumped out and this was the footage from their camera. I missed out on this spectacular sight. The king cobra, whilst not a true cobra, is the longest venomous snake in the world, reaching up to about 5.5 meters or 18 feet. This one's about 3.5 meters, so it's a good sized one. Their venom is highly potent and a massive yield is delivered. But that being said, they really are quite shy and try to avoid human contact where possible. Anyway, this is all I have for you today. This video is a different style from what I normally do. Let me know if you liked it in the comment section below, and I'll see you on the next one.